Hello folks, welcome back to GRIF-FINds. So this is my beginners program for the Deus II. So this was the program that I actually put together for Henry when he first started using the Deus II, just so he could get used to the machine. It's quite basic, it's quite organised, and it picks out signals really well. So let's go through what I've done. So as you can see, this is on the XY screen. I've got a little tuition for that if you want to have a look at that to see how you change your screen to the XY screen. But let's start with the menu. Let's go into the menu, and my discrimination on this is set at 6. Okay, while you're in there, click on the expert mode, which is that button there, and that takes you down. That shows you that this is set at 4 tones. I think that the general program normally comes on 3, but I've upped it to 4 just so I can have a bit more separation there. And then these are the separations. So 6, up to 6, it gives you tone 202, which is the iron tone. Next, from 6 all the way up to 50 is the 450 tone, so that's the lower of the tones. So inside there you'll find some buttons, some really small hammered coins come in that bracket, but very, very few. You'll find that ring pulls come in that as well. So that's the lower tone. So they're still diggables, but not probably quite as diggable as this tone, which is the tone number 3, 725 up to from 50 up to 79. That's like a mid tone, mid to high tone. You will dig these. These normally have things like nice buttons, some coins, and a lot of hammers come in this ring as well. So this is definitely a dig area. And then the final one is tone number 4, which goes all the way up to 993, which is your very high tone. And you will definitely dig these because this is where all your big silvers come in, all your silver coins, etc. Okie dokie. So what else have I changed? So if we go back now, in fact, stay in there. In here, bottle caps I've got set at 0. My notch I've got set to 23 to 28, which takes out all of the coke that's in my fields. Now, you don't necessarily need any notching if your fields don't have coke in them, but mine do. So mine hasn't. I've actually notched those out. Next, silencer set at 2, which is a standard in the middle sort of silencer range. And then we're back to the tones. Okay, go to the next one. Sensitivity. I've upped the sensitivity up to 95 on this program because my fields can take it. If you find that it's a bit jumpy and a bit jittery, you might want to lower that sensitivity. Depends what your fields are like. Next, frequency shift. That's just what it is. Iron volume. So my iron volume's 3 because I like to be able to hear the iron. If you don't want to hear any iron at all, put the iron volume down to 0. But I like to be able to hear the iron. I like Henry to be able to differentiate between good signals and bad signals, so I like him to hear the iron too. And then the reactivity is 2.5, 2.5. Now, in the book it says on the general program that if your field's quite clean, you can drop that down to 2, and if it's quite contaminated, up it to 3, but I like to keep this on a medium, which is 2.5. Okay, and my audio response is 4 because I like to be able to differentiate between the really deep signals and the shallow signals. An audio response 4 is a really nice audio mean for that. Okay, and it takes you back to discrimination. Right, the only other thing I've changed is if you go into this and click on your ground balance, which is this button here, I've changed the ground stabilization to 3, which is the most amount of filters for ground stabilization. And that is it. Now, if you want to see this program in use, I think that Henry's video that he's got being released today, I think it's episode 105, he actually uses this program throughout that, so you'll be able to see this in use. Find some nice things. He finds this 300-year-old coin. Yeah, he finds a 300-year-old coin, and he finds a lovely, lovely artifact, which is the biggest we've ever seen. So go ahead and go over there and watch that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. And remember, if you've enjoyed this video and find it useful, don't forget to like and subscribe. And we will see you on the next.